What if I told you the greatest rivalry in football history never actually existed? That Messi and Ronaldo were never really enemies? That everything you've been told about their bitter feud was a lie manufactured by the media, by us fans, and by the very nature of football itself? Well, buckle up, because over the next 15 minutes, I'm about to completely change how you see the two greatest players to ever touch a football. Picture this. It's May 2009 Champions League final in Rome. Barcelona versus Manchester United, Messi versus Ronaldo. The stage is set for an epic showdown between two young superstars. The media is going absolutely mental. The rivalry that will define a generation. They scream. But here's what they didn't show you. Before the match, in the tunnel, Cristiano walks up to Leo. No cameras catch it properly. They shake hands, exchange a few words in broken English and Spanish. Ronaldo pats Messi on the back. Messi smiles. Two young men about to play the biggest match of their lives, showing nothing but respect. That night, Messi's Barcelona destroyed United 2-0. Messi scored with a header, a bloody header, against a team with Ronaldo, Rooney, and Vidic. The newspapers the next day, Messi humiliates Ronaldo. The Argentine destroys the Portuguese. But Ronaldo's post-match interview, he congratulated Barcelona, said they deserved it, and promised to come back stronger. No hatred, no bitterness, just a competitor's determination. But we didn't want to hear that, did we? We wanted blood. We wanted drama. We wanted them to hate each other's guts. Because that's what makes a rivalry real, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. Let me take you back to where this whole manufactured rivalry began. 2007, Ronaldo's at Manchester United, tearing up the Premier League. Messi's at Barcelona, doing things with a football that shouldn't be physically possible. They're both in their early 20s. The media needs a story, not just any story, the story. Bird versus Magic, Ali versus Frazier, and now a Messi versus Ronaldo. But here's the thing nobody talks about. These two barely knew each other. They played in different leagues, different countries. They maybe faced each other twice a year if their teams met in the Champions League. How can you have a bitter rivalry with someone you barely see? You can't. But that didn't stop us from creating one. The media machine went into overdrive. Every goal Messi scored was compared to Ronaldo's tally. Every trophy Ronaldo won was measured against Messi's cabinet. Every bloody touch, pass, dribble, everything became ammunition in a war that existed only in our heads. Sky Sports, ESPN, Marca, Sport, they all cashed in. Messi or Ronaldo became the most debated question in football. Friendships were ruined over this debate. Actual friendships. But while we were arguing in pubs and on Twitter, something beautiful was happening that we all missed. These two weren't destroying each other. They were pushing each other to heights football had never seen before. Think about it. Really think about it. Without Messi, does Ronaldo score 450 goals for Real Madrid? Without Ronaldo, does Messi net 91 goals in a calendar year? No chance. Not a bloody chance. Here's a stat that'll blow your mind. Between 2008 and 2021, Messi and Ronaldo won 12 out of 13 Ballon d'Ors. 12! The only year they didn't win? 2018, when Modric took it, and you know what happened when Modric won. Ronaldo was one of the first to congratulate him publicly on Instagram. Where was the bitterness? Where was the rivalry? Let me tell you about a moment that perfectly captures what this rivalry really was. El Clasico, 2012. Real Madrid versus Barcelona at the Camp Nou. The atmosphere is absolutely electric. 98,000 people screaming, Messi scores, then Ronaldo scores, then Messi again, then Ronaldo again. 2-all. The greatest players on earth trading blows like heavyweight boxers. The crowd is going insane. The commentators are losing their minds. After the match, a journalist asks Ronaldo about Messi's performance. You know what he says? When Messi has the ball, you know something special can happen. He's a fantastic player. The journalist looks confused. He pushes harder, trying to get a controversial quote. Ronaldo just smiles and walks away. A few weeks later, Messi's asked about Ronaldo. His response, "Cristiano is an extraordinary player. I enjoy watching him play. That's it. No drama, no shade, just respect." But we didn't want to hear that, did we? So we created our own narrative. Team Messi versus Team Ronaldo. The artists versus the athletes. The natural talent versus the hard worker. Barcelona versus Real Madrid extended to Argentina versus Portugal. It consumed everything. Social media made it worse. So much worse. Every Instagram post became a battleground. Messi posts a picture with his kids. Humble king. Ronaldo posts a workout video. Arrogant show-off. We projected our own insecurities and preferences onto two men who were just trying to be the best at what they loved. And the craziest part, they knew what we were doing. They both knew. In a 2019 interview, Ronaldo said something that should have ended all debates. "I have no problem with Messi. We've shared the stage for 15 years. I'm not his friend in the sense that we hang out together, but we're professional colleagues and we respect each other. Professional colleagues. That's what they were. Not enemies, not rivals in the way we wanted them to be. Just two guys who happened to be incredibly, impossibly good at the same sport at the same time. If you're enjoying this different take on football's biggest story, make sure you hit that subscribe button for Soccer Chronicles. We're bringing you the real stories behind the beautiful game, not just the narratives you've been fed. Trust me, you don't want to miss what we've got coming next. Now let's talk about what this fake rivalry cost us. Because while we were busy picking sides, arguing about who was better, creating toxic fan cultures that literally led to violence in some cases, we missed something extraordinary. We missed the fact that we were witnessing the two greatest players in football history, playing at the same time, pushing each other to superhuman levels. Think about every other sport. Jordan didn't have another Jordan to compete against. Federer had Nadal, sure, but not for their entire careers. Bolt was basically racing against the clock. But Messi and Ronaldo, they had each other year after year, season after season for over a decade, and instead of appreciating this miracle, we turned it into a war. The saddest part, they both suffered for it. Messi, naturally shy and introverted, had to deal with constant criticism for not being passionate enough, for not showing emotion like Ronaldo. People actually questioned his love for football because he didn't celebrate like a madman. Meanwhile, Ronaldo, who wears his heart on his sleeve, was labeled arrogant, selfish, a diva, all because he showed confidence and celebrated his success. Here's a story that breaks my heart. 2018 World Cup. Both Messi and Ronaldo crash out on the same day. Argentina loses to France. Portugal loses to Uruguay. The two greatest players of all time, possibly playing their last World Cup, eliminated within hours of each other. And what was the reaction? Mockery, memes. Neither of them could do it without their super teams. We were so obsessed with the rivalry that we couldn't even show compassion for two human beings experiencing the lowest moment of their careers. Two men who had given us everything, who had sacrificed their bodies, their personal lives, their youth for this sport, and we laughed at their pain because it meant the other side couldn't claim victory either. But here's where it gets really interesting. Away from the cameras, away from the manufactured drama, Messi and Ronaldo were learning from each other, studying each other, respecting each other in ways we never understood. Ronaldo once admitted he watched videos of Messi's dribbling to improve his own close control. Messi started taking free kicks with more power after seeing Ronaldo's technique. They were like two grandmasters in chess, silently acknowledging each other's brilliance while the crowd around them screamed for blood. In 2019, something beautiful happened. They were both at the UEFA Champions League draw ceremony. The cameras caught them chatting, laughing, their sons playing together. Ronaldo's son wearing a Barcelona jersey in one photo, Messi's son in a Portugal kit in another. The media tried to spin it as rivalry extends to next generation. But look at those photos again. Really look at them. You see two dads watching their kids play, probably talking about the struggles of parenthood, travel, and managing fame. Just two human beings who happen to be incredibly good at football. The truth is, Messi and Ronaldo needed each other, not as enemies, but as motivation, as a standard, as proof that they could always be better. Ronaldo once said, "It's not just about being better than Messi. It's about being better than I was yesterday." And Messi? He said, "I don't compete against Cristiano. I compete against myself." But we couldn't accept that, could we? We needed heroes and villains. We needed good versus evil. So we painted them that way. Messi became the humble genius, the reluctant superstar. Ronaldo became the arrogant machine, the self-obsessed perfectionist. Neither portrayal was fair, neither was accurate, but it sold newspapers, generated clicks, started debates. Let me share something that happened in 2020 that nobody really talked about. When Ronaldo caught COVID, one of the first people to send him a private message wishing him a speedy recovery? Messi. When Messi was going through his Barcelona exit drama dealing with the betrayal and politics, Ronaldo reached out privately to offer support. These aren't the actions of bitter rivals. These are the actions of two people who understand each other's unique position in ways nobody else on earth could. Think about that for a second. Who else could understand the pressure Messi faced? Who else knew what it was like to score in a Champions League final, to carry the hopes of a nation, to be criticized for not winning enough while having won more than almost anyone in history? Only Ronaldo. And vice versa. They were the only two people on the planet who truly understood each other's reality. The real tragedy isn't that they weren't friends. It's that we never let them be what they actually were. The greatest partnership in football history. Not partners on the same team, but partners in elevating the sport to levels we'd never seen before. Every record Ronaldo broke, Messi had to break. Every impossible goal Messi scored, Ronaldo had to match. They dragged each other, and by extension, all of football, into a golden age that we'll probably never see again. And now it's ending. Ronaldo's in Saudi Arabia, still scoring, but no longer at the pinnacle. Messi's in Miami, finally playing with a smile on his face, free from the pressure. The rivalry is over. And you know what? They both seem happier. Lighter, like a weight has been lifted. In recent interviews, they've both become more open about their relationship. Ronaldo called Messi a guy that I really respect and said he missed competing against him. Messi said playing against Ronaldo was a beautiful period for us and for everyone who loves football. Oh, beautiful, that's the word Messi used. Not bitter, not difficult, beautiful. So here's the truth we all need to accept. The Messi versus Ronaldo rivalry was never about Messi versus Ronaldo. It was about us, our need for conflict, our tribal instincts, our inability to just appreciate greatness without comparing, ranking, fighting. We took two of the most gifted athletes in human history, two men who respected each other, pushed each other, and maybe even admired each other, and we turned them into gladiators for our entertainment. We made them symbols for things they never asked to represent. We projected our own insecurities, preferences, and biases onto them until they stopped being human beings and became avatars for our football philosophies. The real rivalry was never between Messi and Ronaldo. It was between those of us who couldn't just appreciate both, who couldn't understand that preferring one didn't mean disrespecting the other, who turned football Twitter into a toxic wasteland of stats, comparisons, and hatred. But here's the thing, it's not too late to change the narrative. As their careers wind down, as we prepare to say goodbye to the two greatest players we've ever seen, we have a choice. We can continue the fake rivalry, arguing about who was better until we're blue in the face, or we can finally appreciate what we witnessed. We saw Messi dribble through entire teams like they were training cones. We saw Ronaldo jump so high he seemed to pause in midair. We saw them score over 1,500 goals combined. We saw them win over 70 trophies between them. We saw them redefine what was possible with a football. We saw them do it together, not as teammates, but as parallel forces pushing the boundaries of the sport. They didn't need to be enemies for their story to be compelling. The story of two kids from completely different backgrounds, one from Rosario, Argentina, the other from Madeira, Portugal, reaching the absolute pinnacle of world football at the exact same time, pushing each other to heights nobody thought possible. Isn't that enough? Isn't that better than any manufactured rivalry? Years from now, when both are long retired, when the dust has settled and the social media arguments have faded, we'll realize what we had. We'll tell our kids about the time when the two greatest players ever lived and played at the same time, and hopefully we'll be honest about it. We'll tell them about the respect, the mutual admiration, the way they made each other better. We'll tell them about the greatest rivalry that never existed. Two legends who were never really rivals at all, just two extraordinary humans who happened to be brilliant at the same time, pushing each other and the beautiful game to places it had never been before. So the next time someone asks you, Messi or Ronaldo, maybe, just maybe, try saying both. Try appreciating that we got to witness both, because that's the real gift. Not the rivalry, not the debates, not the comparisons, just the pure, simple, unbelievable fact that we got to watch Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo at the same time. And if that's not enough for you, if you still need to pick a side, still need to fight this imaginary war, then you've missed the point entirely. You've missed the greatest story football ever told. The story of two men who showed us that greatness doesn't need hatred to thrive. That competition doesn't require animosity. That sometimes the best rivalries are the ones that exist only in our minds. If this video changed how you see football's biggest story, make sure you subscribe to Soccer Chronicles. We're here to tell you the real stories, the human stories behind the beautiful game. Hit that notification bell because, trust me, the stories we're uncovering will completely change how you see football. And remember, sometimes the greatest stories are the ones we never really understood in the first place. Messi and Ronaldo, two names that will forever be linked. Not as enemies, but as the twin peaks of football's highest mountain. The greatest rivalry that never existed, but the greatest partnership we never appreciated. And maybe, just maybe, that's exactly how it was supposed to be.